fucking put this together.
I made the woman at Party City dig through the fucking back room, like searching for the one
hot dog costume that was still in inventory. Apparently, they don't make hamburger costume, because I was like, what if I was hamburger and he was hot dog? But there was no such 5XL hamburger costume in existence, nor is there really a bald eagle costume, you know. So I had to figure it the fuck out by like stitching together parts of other costumes that were in existence and shit. So anyway, this is America's 250th birthday. Yeah,
welcome,
we're gonna start with the racism segment, everybody. America's favorite pastime is racism. Guys, don't those black people just commit crimes? They're stealing all the time. The lazy welfare bums, buddy. But the only bigger thieves than the blacks are the Jews. Am I right?
Let's go!
Wow! And these Mexicans, they'd steal our jobs if they weren't so lazy.
Right?
Sleeping all afternoon on government benefits, siesta. Angry Joe. He's actually Puerto Rican. But they're all the same to me.
I thought he was Mexican. I thought he was Mexican this whole time.
Oh, man.
He's been Puerto Rican. What the
You know, the worst racial group of all is actually white people.
Wow.
Because they brought all of these minorities here.
Yes, I know.
Because they're
How about we
let's give a big why couldn't we have picked our own cotton?
Yeah, the heaviest
so, big alert there for all of the owners who were too lazy to pick their own cotton. And now we all have to pay the price. Big alert for the boomers who brought in all the other groups too.
What the fuck?
So now that we've laid out all of the racial blame, next we're gonna complain about poor people.
Let's go.
What the is wrong with poor people?
I don't got a toilet.
Why? I have to have money. Yes. Poor people make me sick. Blasting your rap music at 4 a.m. Well, I'm trying to read my book or whatever.
Music? Are we still on black people or poor people?
Well, they're all the same now.
Oh my God.
They're all the same,
I see what
buddy.
He did there.
That's the thing. Joe Biden, remember, he said
welfare alert
about the poor kids and the black kids. What did he say? I pulled a Biden on it. He said, what did he say?
Remember the black kids in the pool?
Yeah, he said poor kids are just as good as white kids. Something like that. So implying that all poor people are just black.
I thought you were talking about like the black kids in the pool. Remember that? Where he was like, the black kids in the pool play with my leg hair. And you're like,
oh, that was Corn Pop, wasn't it? Corn Pop was a bad dude. I used to play in the pool with the children. And my hairs in the pool, they were blonde. And they would kids, so it pop from down. Corn Pop was a bad dude. Buddy, I miss Biden, bro. Like, bring this back. Like, every day, everybody was just clowning his ass, bro.
Remember when
he was such a bum, buddy.
He was trying to say U.S. flags, and he's like, the U.S.
Get this. Listen, this is the ultimate practical joke, was just getting a demented old man with Alzheimer's to give like press briefings every day and pretend to be the most powerful person in the world, but he couldn't even read a teleprompter and didn't even know where the he was.
We should do a Biden retrospective, the best of.
No. Remember, he had like the little desk. and he'd sit at the little desk. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Like, it was like a desk for fucking children. And Chomp, this is like, look at him. He's sitting at a desk for children. This would never happen during my administration.
Obviously, where he walked off the stage and faced the wall and just stared at the wall.
Yeah, do I idea where the he was? Who could forget Biden falling down the stairs, buddy?
The plane.
Which time? You know, he fell down the stairs every other week. He was falling down the stairs. I guess apparently he shot himself in front of the Pope one time. You remember that?
And everyone was like, whoa. You could
it's tough, though. They're pointing it out in chat. The Norwood Reaper came for me there.
Yeah,
he's bald!
He's bald!
PPP's bald! This is like a glimpse into my future.
Bald.
I looked into the camera and I was like, fuck, I look like Ethan Klein did 2 years ago. I was freaked out. Yeah.
When he was, what's that guy? Uncle Fester? Remember when he was
yes.
Yeah,
he was like Uncle Fester Max. I'm like, this is I look like H3, buddy. Oh, is it a Review Tech USA look? It kind of is the Review Tech USA look.
It actually
scary, buddy.
Ooh, we got Review Tech tonight. Oh, wait. LT Farquaad for 10 subs. 5 hours ago. LT
Farquaad
in the morning.
10 subs.
Let's go.
Kyle Heck says, PP, your Sam Eagle cosplay is amazing. Thank you, bro.
We got
Gray for 500 kicks. Jay for 5 subs. Threading this needle for 10,000 kicks.
Let's go.
Freebird.
This is perfect for Freebird.
I know, right? It's time for Freebird. Freebird. Anyway, says Andy, that tattoo on Mel's army thought said Jer actually says Gojira, which is Godzilla in Japanese.
Okay.
But there's no drawing of Godzilla, literally just the word. It's pretty North Scout for 5 subs.
5 subs.
Designated subscriber for 2,000 kicks. Says, love the IRL effort posting. Costumes are Kino as fuck. PPP's Rusty Sheriff badge says, can we get a PPP Eagle screech? I don't know how the Eagle does it, to be honest. I'm Canadian there. It was bad. What do we got here? A22G says, Andy, you dropped your hot dog. You dropped your dog, buddy. That was so funny, that Frank Hasselbeck.
So detailed?
Chai Fuji for a side. No, it's a bit too detailed, actually. Like, I said, what the like the hot dog bun, right? Yeah. We got Chai Fuji Carnivaxis for 5 subs. Mr. Quasterhopper for 5 subs. We got back up here at the top, Roswell the Cat for 5. Ball and Ball Nuts for 5. Designated subscriber for 10 subs. Bergonaut for 5 subs. LT Farquaad for another 10 subs. Liquid Dave 1N for a sub. Cobalt Jones for 2 subs. Just call me Rope. Gratulius Maximus or Guntulius Maximus. MJ Cub Kino. Strike XX Freedom for 10 subs. USA Freebird. We got PPP's Unwashed Penis for a sub. Spruce Willis for a sub. Kino brought me to kick for 5. Tony Panther for 5. Quarter Father Don Cuckleone for 25 subs. Anissa's Strap On for 5. Pseudo Brain, Homosexual Operation, Demon Psychiatrist, Sunset 90 for 10 subs. Random Roach for a sub. Jack Mayhoff, Godzilla Balls for 5 subs. That gum you like, well, how do you think I feel, buddy?
I'm sorry.
You can see my glasses are steamed, buddy. There's nowhere for it to go go because of the beak, so I can't. It's tough. We got fucking IRL 84 conspiracy of everything for 2,000 kicks. Poor kids are just as bright and talented as white kids. Grab the popcorn. X in Wonderland saying during October we need Worski as Mega Man and PPP as bass. That's a good one.
Sick. That's great.
Write that down there. Maybe Dr. Wily? Or should I be Wily?
Yeah.
That's not bad. Ne'er-do-well says these costumes are way higher effort than Canada Day. Well, come on. Canada is a garbage country.
It's not even, yeah.
You know, like, why would we put any effort into that? We just crop that shit out. Hold on. We're going up to the top here. We got big support incoming. Whiskey Gravy for 5. Threading the Sneedle for 5. John in the Red for 5. One Dirty Turtle for 25 subs.
Let's
go! Steve Harvey Oswald says, God bless America. Hot Fernando. Regular customer man says, let's share up. Well, he did enough job by doing that to himself, in the words of Jer. He blew out his knee. He's Dr. Umar Johnson for 5 subs.
Oh, God.
Gabe Owners for a sub. Sunset 90, USA. Rammer Jammer, Revolver, PPK. Scrimpin' 6 says, Nicholas Dorio is a sweeper and PPP's a rotund king, USA. Casimo says, Suffer, Cordola. Suffer. We've got that pie over there. Kyle Hex, Dat Nucathanus. JR Perez says, I've had 13 knee surgeries, including 4 knee replacements, a torn meniscus, ain't Jer works sitting on his ass. What a Hyena Breath says, you two Canadian got more patriotism than most Americans. Nice.
True.
Black Jinjo for 50 subs. Whoa, buddy. Jenkamore. Blimpat for 5. Stantino. The gift says you're sweeping the hamsburglar for us. You're doing the Lord's work. Unlike that cuck. Luck Bear says make felted flavored coffee. Gator for 5 subs. And Pelican has subscribed. We're going to have to end Freebird. Quarter Balding for 25 subs. Kickaholic says I love this show. The way you two drive off each other with the humor and the usernames on this channel are so funny. Thanks, bro. 4, 5 subs. 4, 5 subs. 4, 5 subs. For 5 subs. True firepower.
For 5.
For 5 subs. Tartarian Ralphie for 2,000 kicks. Says America best country, Bish. Please no more.
Thank you guys.
I'm getting so hot.
Seriously, guys.
Conspiracy of everything for 10
Let's
subs.
Go! Guys, we're so glad you like the show and you support. Thank you. You guys keep the show
X in Wonderland says, Chad is right. Worski is Mega Man. PPP is Proto Man. Got to change my thumbnail on my 8-bit Kino City video now. What are you not talking about Sector City, buddy? Everybody's favorite tabletop game, Sector City. Buddy, that's twisted, buddy.
I saw a clip of that. I'm like, wait, is this real? I thought it was a joke.
It's real.
Like,
it went on. They ran this campaign for like a year.
What the
Every
fuck?
week.
Yeah,
it was
villains?
insane. Yeah,
no.
like the
sad on me. I rolled one.
Massive damage. PPP's gun fell on Buddy's head and he's dead. You're gonna have to roll up a new character,
guys,
buddy.
Thank you guys so much. And
he who throws things says,
July,
how many
real,
subs to Drink Coffee brand coffee on stream? Well, it would have probably happened by now, except for the fact that the broke dick bum can't ship to fucking Canada.
Buddy, fuck him.
So we're gonna need somebody to get it and then ship it to us. And I think it's too much.
Psycho's gonna send it to me.
It's just too much fucking effort.
Oh my god, I'm like sweating here. Hunch.
And Jack Mayhoff says, "Boy, the eagle from the Colbert Report really let itself go." You, buddy. Okay.
A hunch bomb in chat. No, we didn't see your. It didn't go through. I've been scrolling through. I don't see your super chat there.
There was 100 subs. No,
his name is Hunch Bomb.
We got Random Cloud 227 for 10 subs. Nyla Moon with a sub as well.
By the way, Portugal, you Croatia.
Oh man, was that ever a crazy soccer game, buddy? I texted you when Portugal got scored on. Portugal, no! That was the first goal. Bro. Then Andy just didn't send anything during the rest of the game. I thought he might have fucking roped. I laughed so hard when Ronaldo's goal got disallowed. Ronaldo looked so fucking sad, bro. But like he was gonna fucking cry. He got the penalty.
He had to get that penalty, or that retirement would have been so sad.
Oh, it would have been the saddest retirement. The Messi bros would never let him hear the end.
Because he was like, "Thank God, bro, my God."
I swear to God, has anybody ever seen this? Was like 13 minutes of extra time. It's supposed to be like 10 minutes.
No, it was.
I knew.
I'm like, the ref is Croatian. He's letting it go.
I was seeing this. I'm like, they're just gonna keep going until Croatia scores,
and then they score.
And then,
then they rigged
it against them, though. They rigged it against them, like the most Jewish offside call in the history of the world.
Okay, there was one guy. I'm not sure if you saw him. There was a guy right before. Right before they scored that goal at the end. A guy with a hat from Croatia. He was crying tears. Right? And then they score and it cuts back to him and his crew. And he's like, yeah, like what? And then it was disallowed. They cut back to him and he's literally like this. And I'm like, you, let's go.
But is soccer not the gayest sport in the whole world?
The highway was shut down.
The offside. Was it?
The 407?
You couldn't get anywhere. No, it wasn't really.
The 407 was stopped. And then, like, I don't know. It was crazy in Toronto, man. Like, it was actually
we're starting the 4th of July show with soccer discussion.
Well, America's doing well,
They're
aren't
on to us, buddy. We're not actually even American. We're the biggest posers. Next, they're going to tell us the show took place on July 3rd, not July 4th.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, wait, we do past midnight, so legally.
That's right. Legally the show will have taken place on the 4th of July. Thank God. So we're good.
DSP leaked $10,000 Pokemon collection?
What? What happened?
At me. Wait, is that what that fucking
was? Buddy, DSP leaked $10,000 worth of Pokemon
my, look
cards.
What someone did, Ash.
Holy buddy.
That's actually fucking funny.
That's wild.
Did you make that a hot dog as well, dude? Oh man. Very, very fucking fun. Guys, thank you for being here. We got a great show for you, don't we?
Well, Andy, get into the video game segment. Tell them the Suicide Squad developers all committed suicide.
Yes! They're done.
They all apparently they've given up on making video games.
They've given up their will to live. The Suicide Squad creators from what was it called? Is it Rocksteady?
Rocksteady, buddy.
They
weren't so steady in their career path. They've fallen off, buddy. They're
making Harley Quinn woke was a bad idea.
Well, wasn't she always woke?
No, in the Arkham games, she's like, tight skin suit and sexy and stuff.
Oh, okay, you mean
let's go. Yep, exactly. Let's go. But Rocksteady's failing. Xbox is firing more people, I believe.
Good.
They should just fire everyone in one day.
Why don't they shut down the entire division, like Microsoft. Like, just let it go.
Yeah, this isn't
Xbox is never gonna happen. Yeah. My fridge is not an Xbox. Okay. PlayStation is not an Xbox. Okay. Just shut it the down. The moment they tried to sell us that our toasters were an Xbox, that's when you knew it was over. Remember?
No. What?
Well, they said that anything is an Xbox. As long as it's a smart device, it's an Xbox, buddy. That was like the marketing campaign. It's like your fridge with the screen built in. That's an Xbox, bro. Your smart toaster, your Ring doorbell, it's all an Xbox, buddy. Your phone, it's an Xbox.
That's all because you could play it off of anything. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. My pacemaker is an Xbox.
Have you ever streamed a game from like one of those services? Bro, I played Fallout New Vegas in like 220p at like a 3-second lag. And I'm like, what the
hasn't it gotten better since the on-live days?
A little bit better.
It's gotten a little bit better. Remember Google Stadia?
My God.
And they promised us it was the future of gaming, bro.
I was playing Tetris yesterday on Netflix. Did you see this? You attach your phone to, you scan your Netflix screen, and then you get a controller on your phone, and you could play Tetris. And other like Plants vs. Zombies and shit. It's terrible, by the way. It does not work well. Don't even try it.
By the way, we got Threading the Sneedle for 2,000 kicks. Says
go.
Soccer would be Keno if they brought back golden goal instead of PKs for overtime. Too bad lazy Euro pours will never allow it.
Look at this story.
8 years later, let's all admit Red Dead Redemption 2 is a terrible game. Well, hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. The tutorial at the beginning of the game is
the 4-hour.
It's like 4 hours of garbage before you can start the game.
Yeah, it's sort of like hurry the up, but I mean, I like Westerns.
You liked looking at the photorealistic horse testicles, didn't you?
Oh, I jacked off to it.
Yeah, how they glistened in the rain and like that.
Yep.
Oh boy, the grass glistens, guys. This is the greatest game of all time.
Nah, fucking Red Dead 2 is good.
Listen, the best game in the series is the original Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah, no, that one's fucking sick, bro.
I don't know.
You know what I hate about
really
2
games. No. It's just straight up rage bait to say Red Dead 2 is a bad game.
Red Dead 2 is awesome. It's amazing.
I can try. I'll be like, listen.
I have one negative.
Prologue was bad.
No, I love Red Dead 2. However, the picking up items off dead enemies is the worst thing ever.
Red Dead Redemption 2 anti-racism brainwashing segments, though, are insane.
Oh, yeah.
Where you have to, like, light the Ku Klux people on fire.
They also modded.
And then there's the eugenicist in town that's, like, preaching eugenics. And Arthur's like, you're a fool. I have all sorts of friends, black, Indian, Asian, and they're all the same. And it's like, would a guy in the 1800s actually say this?
We have fireworks outside. Wow. Holy
what do you mean there's fireworks on the 4th of July in Canada?
I don't know.
Holy
fuck. But they also modded in, remember the suffrages? How do you say it? Suffrages? I don't know how to say the woman.
The suffragettes?
Suffragettes?
Suffragettes. We've all been suffering ever since they got the vote.
Okay, people were feeding them to the alligators. Not me. Totally, it wasn't me. But they modded it out. You can't hurt them now. They actually modded that if you try to attack them, it becomes like like you're in camp. You can't shoot them.
Eddie has gifted 100
souls! Let's go, Eddie! Let's go! Kick Eddie, bro! Yo, we love Eddie, man. Your site's the best, man. It's incredible.
Huge support from the
Eddie,
greatest
from the
man to ever live.
Let's go.
The head of the greatest streaming platform. And let's be real, the greatest gambling website of all time.
Fuck
Stake. I always gamble on Stake if I didn't live in Ontario.
Fuck
you know?
Roulette. Those
When are we getting Stake in Ontario, Eddie?
Eddie, could you
I
talk
need to gamble on Stake, buddy.
Listen,
what are we?
Eddie?
No, it's in every other province other than Ontario. You can use Stake, but it's still not here. It's ridiculous.
Like,
can we lobby a bit harder? Like bribe Doug Ford or something?
Yes.
What's going on? You'd think old Dougie Ford would be fired up for gambling
because our
Ontario.
post show would be gambling for 5 hours. I would do it.
That's what I'm gonna gamble so hard, buddy. That's what I do when the stream ends.
Yeah, we use VPNs, but legally we can't do that on the show. Just kidding. We don't do that, guys.
Well, you can't even do that. They detect. I tried.
I know. Me too.
I tried. They know your customer is the best because they're the safest sports book there is. Really, they really care about the consumer and protecting them. The self-exclusion policies are great. We love it.
Yeah. Guys,
Eddie says slow. Oh my God. Let's go.
Let's go.
Eddie love. We love it. Woo!
But yes, Eddie, thank you so much. We love your website. Actually, it's actually one of the best sites ever.
No, it is. By far the greatest website with the best opportunity for streamers. You've got the 95-5 split. It's unheard of. Who's ever heard of such a thing? And the viewers, they have the best experience. The emotes in chat. It's the best.
But it's so funny what Eddie did with this website is he goes, what sucks about Twitch? Let's just do the opposite of that. And it's like, it turned out to be better? Who could have thunk it? Buddy, they're all
I know, low temp dabs. My glasses are so foggy because this is fucked. I don't know how this is going to continue on for the next 8 hours like this. But we're gonna try.
Yeah, we'll do it.
I'm gonna suffer here. Suffer, bitch. Suffer. Yeah, we need even more stickers. Can we get 200 sticker slots?
I have to keep deleting stickers to ads. While Eddie's here, let's just keep our grievances. We need more stickers. Yes. I need an unlimited supply of stickers to put on our channel. Please, Eddie, look.
Come on, bro.
That's it. That's the only grievance I have with the website is I want more stickers.
So you got contacts, buddy? No, buddy. I can't figure out how to put contacts in because I'm not gonna lie, bro. It freaks me out sticking my finger in my eye like that. Like it might be autism or something like that there. But we got unwoke old school gamer for 5 subs. That guy you like for a sub. Predon Corpse for 2
subs. How you doing, motherfucker?
Ironic Ridge for a sub. Evil Dead 2 for a sub. Threading this needle for 5,000 kids.
Let's go. Needle.
Hi, Sarian. Even though I'm taking back the top spot, I'm a man of my word and won't get in the way of your weird ass obsession with Hannah Claire. Buddy, you're supposed to tell him you're gonna fuck Hannah Claire and cuck him so he donates more to own you. Has he dropped the ball? Did he fall off the top of the leaderboard?
Let's refresh and check here. We've got. Let's see where is it? Oh wait, it's like a scrolling thing now. There we go. Weekly conspiracy. Is it Lifetime? Ooh.
Yeah. We got Snake Plissken for 5.
Beating Hycerion by 12,000 kicks? Could it be? Whoa,
no.
Buddy.
Whoa, buddy. It can't be true. No. He's broke. He's lost it all. Wellness check on Hycerion. Is he making it, buddy? What happened? Yeah. He's waiting. It's payday.
Yeah.
What happened? There's not even an excuse. I was about to say, like, oh, there's probably, he's in between checks. But it's Friday. Where are you, Hycerion, bitch? ain't no mistake. You need to pay up.
No, thanks so much.
We got Jay Caesar. Says, happy 4th of July to one Ethan Oliver Ralph.
Oh.
Ralph hates America, by the way. Okay, is Eddie gone so we can do this racism segment? Eddie, you're gone, right? You're not going to
type in his name. He's gone.
Because I'll be real, I've just been stalling ever since Eddie showed up because I'm not sure that the next segment is for Eddie's eyes, you know? Because the next segment is called Do Americans Really?
Okay.
So we're going to have a look, everybody. It's Do Americans Really? What's wrong with the United States? Why are there people like this?
Okay, there we go.
So we're in the Whoa Buddies. We're starting off here. It's the Juneteenth challenge.
Wow.
So it's the alternative to 4th of July, Black person 4th of July.
Oh.
Okay. And let's have a look here. Do you think they're going to be able to complete the Juneteenth challenge, buddy?
I don't know what it is. What is it? Eating waffles?
What kind of Americans?
London.
Well, these are African Americans.
No.
So in honor of Juneteenth, we practicing our right to be able to read. Go ahead and read.
We practicing our right to read,
No way.
dog.
No
We practicing our right to read and shit. Let's go. They have a right to read. But will they ever exercise that right to read? That's the real question.
They can't even read the word exercise, but let's see what she
They reading and shit.
Read me that paragraph.
Okay, so.
Oh wait, we skipped No Beggars Gaming Yap. Apparently, did we? I'm sorry. I'll scroll down and look for it, bro.
Wallet of the rape says I get poorer and the casino gets richer. Suffer me, suffer bitch.
Thank you guys. Seriously, man.
Oh no,
Bottom of our hearts.
buddy.
You guys are the best. Happy 4th of July.
All right, let's see if they can read.
The Kelowna received.
The
Kelowna
received.
It's
Yeah?
the
To be able to
Colonel,
read.
bitch.
A bit louder.
You think
Okay,
right?
so-
They love KFC so
The
much. You
Kelowna
think they'd be
received
able to read
a
the word Colonel?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, exactly.
like holy. He only brought you your favorite thing in the whole world, black people. But you
Kelowna,
can't even show him that level of respect.
No, now it's Popeyes.
All right, Andy, read the
particular-
sentence.
The colonel received a subpoena after a peculiar surrender. Oh my God.
Oh no!
I can say it.
Oh no!
Hang on, wait. I'm stuttering.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna ring it, buddy. That was bad.
I started stuttering. I got nervous.
Honestly, listen, he did a lot better than the black people. To be fair, let's bring it back. Let's just see this.
Received a subpoena after a
A
particular
subpoena. They were subponed.
Why can't I say that?
She nailed it. She thinks
Read
she
it.
fucking
You read
nailed
it.
Rendezvous.
Oh my God,
Peculiar rendezvous.
I was trying to say
his
rendezvous.
liaison,
I'm like, rende?
buddy.
It's not rende. What the hell's the
It's
word?
rendezvous, buddy.
Let's go.
A particular.
I got an American
Ziggler
traditional
with
meal
his
here, by the way.
Period.
Here,
What do you got?
Here, I'll read the next
All right, in
one.
honor of Juneteenth, we
Here we
practice
go.
our right to be able to read. Go ahead.
No one look at me.
Because read the paragraph.
Okay. The colonel.
It's the same one.
thing.
There
Okay.
will be a second one in the second.
Okay.
What? He doesn't know. He couldn't even get to the first word. The word was the. You couldn't even do
Our
the.
right to be able to read.
Do Americans really? What's wrong with
Buddy,
Americans?
this guy's
like,
high.
they're just illiterate
Look at him.
swine in America. Like,
Right,
they
so
just
my right-
have no education system or what?
To be able to read. Go ahead and read me
Holy.
that paragraph, Sean.
All right. The colony.
The colony?
received
Colony?
It's close.
Come on.
I have no clue. Yeah, I'm done.
Oh,
Rendezvous.
you
Honor of
got
Juneteenth, we
no
practice
clue.
in our right
Oh,
to be
here's
able to
this
read.
bitch.
Ronde.
Go ahead and read me that paragraph, Nate.
The colonial received a subpoena after
Whoa!
a peculiar.
She knows the word subpoena because she was in court
That's-
last week.
It makes
Okay.
sense. It adds up. They're familiar with the legal system.
Liaison.
Period. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's
Nick.
go!
Let's go!
In honor of Juneteenth, we
Here we
practicing
go,
our
new
right,
one, right?
to be able to read. I need you to read me this paragraph. Go ahead and read it to me.
All right.
Same one.
The colonel
second
received
video.
a subpoena
Don't
after a penicillin Wow. Why would you do that?
Why would you make me read? Why you do
Period.
this to
Let's
me?
go. Nobody in the
Shit.
front could read it.
I ain't had to read
Wow.
for nothing like 20 years, bitch. Okay, so here we have this. There we go. Andy's got his redemption. He's gonna see this
Read the
next
index
one.
card.
Okay.
You got it. You got it, bro.
Come on, bro. What's up with your words, bro? I ain't gonna lie, I'm smart, but like this right.
Here we go. Pause.
Okay, the gradual deterioration of the infrastructure required substantial rehabilitation of stuttering efforts. There we go.
Yeah!
I did it! Yes! Let's go! Redemption! Redemption! Redemption!
We did it!
I'm not gonna lie, I was
We
getting
did
nervous.
it, chat!
I was sweating
Are
on
you
that one.
smarter than a black person?
I was getting a little like worried.
W speech therapy. W speech therapy. Do you remember that show? Are you smarter than a sixth grader?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember that show? Was crazy.
That was
bro.
great. Was it Jeff Foxworthy?
It looked like Jeff Foxworthy.
Okay.
Was it Jeff Foxworthy?
I'm pretty sure
He
it was.
looked-
Was it?
Was it a fifth grader? It was.
Fifth
Are you
grader,
smarter than a
fifth grader.
fifth grader?
Yeah.
Are you smarter than
It was.
a fifth
It was. I was right.
grader?
Yeah. It was
I
Jeff
had the
Foxworthy.
board. I had the board game version. buddy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how young I am.
Sophomorski stutter. We got
Are you smarter than a Phil Dent? Yeah, that's the monitor.
High for Philly for 5 subs and Felted Writer for a sub. Let's go.
And
Wiggle
Will for 10 subs.
subs.
Coog says, big fat obnoxious America 250. Love from Texas to the 2 greatest Canadians ever. Cheers, boys. Jeers bulldozed our C-Track for a sub. Jack Mayhoff says, right to re. And Jared's bulldozed our C-Track. I had to be bulldozed in order for Jared to sell
I got a
the
McDonald's.
house.
I got an American delivery here, apparently.
Hey,
Yes!
USA! This is the greatest part about America!
Yes!
McDonald's!
And-
Hamburgers!
and-
Black people!
There we go. We got the
The ice cream machine
ice-
wasn't broken?
I guess. I don't know.
We must not be in
I don't
America
even know.
then.
Okay.
But it's crazy. The brown people figured it out.
I know.
That's
right?
the real question is like, what's worse, a McDonald's staffed by Indians or one staffed by black people?
I'll eat at home. Okay.
Well, Let's not be crazy.
No, I would say
We got
Ooh,
Iron
that's tough.
Valley for 5.
that's a tough question,
subs.
actually. Now that you said that, that's actually very.
Sir, that is not my job. But the thing is, like, at least the black people will communicate with you. Like, they might say, "F off." Don't, or some shit like
Fighting
that.
Bish.
Well, like,
but,
the Indian people will just look at you confused.
Yeah, I know.
And they
And
do
then-
their, like, head,
and they-
their head
and they
bobble
hand-
like a bobblehead.
And they hand the coffee back way too in a rush. They're like, you're like, whoa, whoa. Chill out. That's what I say to them, those bastards. Okay, here we go. Let's see how he does.
Looking like college level game.
Nah, this high school level.
Shit. Hey, I'm gonna try my best. The gradual directional of the infraction requires subtraction.
No!
Yo, this guy's
There's no way. He's just making up words like that aren't even there. That's crazy, bro.
It's pretty crazy.
He's not even
man.
able to sound this shit out.
Isn't it crazy though?
Bro.
Like, why would Kai Cenat be like exposing black people's reading
We
like?
gotta send him to Streamer University and shit. They're gonna learn to read at Streamer University.
Read the index card.
Listen, we gotta get them. They can't be hooked on crack no more. They need to be hooked on phonics, Woski.
Yes.
Reedsky gonna learn
Eddie,
them
Eddie
up
put us on the
with some
front page
hooked on
for
phonics.
the racism
Let's
segment.
go,
Thank you,
Eddie's
Eddie.
base.
I love it. Eddie is actually unironically.
Nobody ever complained about Kick ever again.
No, you
I
know
don't
what?
want to hear it.
No, you know when this site started, we were like, oh, another one of these streaming sites. Yeah, we've heard it before. And now I'm
we've
like,
heard it all
what
before.
the
And now
fuck?
he's just like, yeah,
Let's go.
absolutely.
This
You
is
can dunk on these people who can't read.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, we're just dunking on Americans, so that's pretty safe, edgy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
They're just Americans. That's why they can't read. We got Sheldon Adelson's Ghost
Yeah.
for 10
Dead
subs!
But don't worry, our next segment is against Israel, so stay tuned for that. I'm kidding.
Is it? Because I was told by our handlers we couldn't do that segment.
Oh yeah.
So is the 7,000 gonna cash or?
Project required meticulous.
Oh, meticulous!
Read the index card.
The character board had descriptions, directions that the situation.
Shadazzled, sir.
I'm dead.
Sir, you got the word was dazzled. Why did he add shadazzled in front, like in front of it? Shadazzled and scrumptious.
This is very, very funny. I like
Oh
this.
Read the
man.
index card.
The restaurant's exquisite croissant and I don't character.
It's charcuterie.
What?
I don't know what
It's
that
charcuterie.
like. What attracted
Charcuterie.
The skirting.
No, it's
Read the
caricature.
index card.
The rememberable. Condensal. Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Words!
You read it.
The remarkably coincidental
you read
encounter
it.
prompted considerable speculation afterwards.
Oh no! That guy got blown out so bad. Yo, you read it. You can't. It's like it's a miracle. He's like, yeah, you walk on water, Jesus. And then he just did it right before. Hold on. I sent you another one. I'm going to send you a few of these.
Okay, we're gonna do the 8 hour.
We're doing the Do Americans Really? So
right.
here we're going to see a radically different sort of American.
1 second, I gotta download it and reshare it to you because it's a different thing. 1 second, folks.
All right, y'all, come with me.
It's a
We are
little
going
bit.
to.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Okay, so
What did you send me? Hang on, 1 second. 1 second.
Do Americans Really?
Minimize. Put it on the second window. I gotta reshare it to you. 1 second, bud. All
Here we go.
It's right here. Okay.
All right, y'all,
Why is it small? There we go. Oh my god. Okay.
come with me. We are going to open carry over at Crumble
They're
Cookies.
open carry and crumble cookies? Is this a real? Is this a real thing in America, dude? Like, oh, nobody. Do Americans really?
This is AI? No?
No, this is apparently
Let's go find
real
out if
life
it's
in
real.
America.
This
They're
is
just
real.
Usually when I walk in, I
allowed
start to
to
get a little,
open carry at
bit of
the-
looks, but mostly from the people that are ordering, not necessarily from the staff. I think they secretly love open carry because this
They
happened.
didn't kick me out. They absolutely loved it. Should I go next? Y'all pick the place and I go. All right, y'all,
What?
come with me.
They loved it. they
It's
loved
like-
it, buddy.
That is the most like American TikTok I've ever seen in my entire
Was it
life.
ever though?
Right?
Freedom, freedom, 3,000 calorie
Where the
cookies
hell?
and open
There it
carry.
is.
I sent you another one here.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. Here we go.
I'm gonna send you a few more
Is
of
it a-
these,
Is
buddy.
it a Twitter link?
No, it's
Okay, we're gonna have a little. It's gonna be a little.
we have
bit,
a few. We got 3 more
poorly
of
paced,
these.
but we'll try.
Whatever. We're getting through
We're
it
having
one
fun.
step
We're
at a
having fun,
time.
right, guys?
Do Americans really?
Really? All right. Let's
So
share.
scary. There's a gun at the crumble cookie.
Ah!
Oh.
Ah! Okay, here we go.
Whoa! So here we have a pair of Americans seem to be going through a drive-through window, and they're throwing. It appears that was thrown back. It looks like a Wendy's chili.
A pair of
Was
Americans.
Yes, we have a pair of Americans here, young American women that are going through the drive-through window, and things are getting crazy.
Hey,
Sir, this is literally Wendy's.
this is literally Wendy's. Wow.
So, is that the American language? Is that American that was being spoke, or was that Spanish or black or what? What was that?
That was Americans. That's the Baltimore accent. I did watch this clip before. It was like last week, right? This was because like she was missing a nugget or something. Like
what, they got chinced one nugget, so they went to go get it through the drive-through window themselves? Is that what you're telling me? Do Americans really?
Come on, Ash. If you were missing a nugget, you'd do the same thing.
Well, buddy, I wouldn't fit through the drive-through window.
Burn down the building.
Listen, I don't know what recourse I would have because I'm too to fit through the window and I'm too to hop the counter. So I would have to start throwing things like chairs from the front of the store. But then the problem is I get winded after about the second chair and I'd have to sit down. So I don't know.
Eating the rest of the nuggets? I'll get you though.
Wait, hold on.
1 second.
Hold on. I got this. I'm gonna chimp out in a second.
Walk over to the refill it with a Coke. Okay.
And I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow this McDonald's down or Wendy's or whatever.
You order another burger.
So I'm just gonna have to break through the wall like the Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, give me the nuggets. Be like, holy shit. Well, you better give this bastard what he wants.
Give me my cross, bitch.
Give me my crumbs.
¿Ya tomaron las placas ahora? Okay. Give me my cross. No, ya te...
Whoa!
No, this is like
shit. They threw the shit back through the window.
You know what these Americans are doing right now? They're doing things that you think of when you're mad. You're like, oh, I wish I could just throw. But they just do it.
But they just do it. And that's why Americans win all of the wars, buddy. Because they just do it, bro. The Nike ads have convinced them to just do it. For them Jordans.
You know? Because we think I would throw a drink through the window, but you never do. But the Americans do. Yeah, the throwing the napkin. Did you see that?
Yes. What was that gonna do? She's like grabs it back. She knows she grabs it back to throw it again. Like she's gonna make it further this time. She threw it again, the dumb bitch. Oh, massive damage, buddy. Oh, it was the cold plunge. Ice bucket challenge, bitch.
That was actually really funny.
Oh my god. Yeah. You start screaming.
Oh my god.
What the? That was like a full Wendy's chili? Wait, so now this is just some fat white American has appeared.
Is it? No.
No. Chanakwa coming for you.
What are they doing?
We got Sketch for 10, so
let's go, Sketch!
They're saying hella yella, not white. Yeah. They said George Washington fought for this. Did you see that Young Washington is out in the theaters this weekend for 4th of July?
No.
Yeah, buddy. It's the story of George Washington brought to the big screen.
Are you going to watch Odyssey?
Everybody's going to go see it.
I'm not going to watch that.
You're not going to go see it, buddy?
No.
But don't you need to see the Cyclops in IMAX, buddy?
I didn't watch his last movie. What was it called? The one with
it was
Idris? Yeah,
it
what
was
it called? I forgot.
It was
I forgot
terrible.
what it was called.
Oppenheimer?
No, it was one before that. Sorry. The one with the car that goes backwards with the black guy.
Oh, Tenet?
Tenet. Yeah, no, I didn't watch that either.
It was
Oppenheimer. Like,
Oppenheimer's
that was
garbage.
so boring. I'm sorry, guys.
He's a hack.
Barbie was better. Let's be.
Oh no, buddy!
Come on. It was.
No, here we go.
Unironically, it was better.
I agree, but
it actually was more entertaining.
We're feminists now. It's over, buddy. It's woke ski with his hot take.
Ken was jokes in that movie, and it was
Ken was very memorable.
Yeah.
There's a way to interpret it for it to be a chud film.
It was it was.
Now, is it a bit of a cope? Yeah, maybe. But like I said, they accidentally made the most based movie of all time.
Exactly.
You know, they accidentally made a really based. Because like when the Kens take over, everything's great. Like everybody's happy. They're like, this patriarchy's based, buddy. All the women are just like awesome.
And everything was really cool, and everyone was happy.
Like, it was great. And then like they had to like trick the women into not being in support of patriarchy. They had to like subvert them.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was actually secretly quite based, to be honest.
I am Knuff the hoodie. Remember you had the hoodie? Oh my god.
I had the hoodie. I would rock that. It made me look thin. It's the ultimate person cope. The hoodie
is so gay. Me and you went to the movie together and we wore pink. Remember?
No, we didn't.
Yeah,
we didn't wear pink, did
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we wore pink shirts. We went together, and remember they had the
Hold on. Did we have gay after too, buddy?
Yeah, we blew
Did
each
we?
other.
We held hands during the movie, and then we made sweet, passionate love afterwards.
Remember they
Are you gonna tell them at all now? You had to tell them we were wearing pink shirts and had anal after, huh? That's how you, Well, we're never beating the allegations, huh? Yeah, no one outgays the casino.
Remember they had the like the Barbie doll like plastic box that you could walk inside and take a picture, and I made you take a picture of me from inside the.
Is that right?
That
happened. Are these your gay fantasies of what you wish happened at the movie theater?
This is the truth.
This is like when Fuentes was saying Jaden kissed him at Spider-Man. It's like, did this really happen, or is this a fantasy? You know, if it wasn't for this makeup, I'd be bright red right now.
Remember we stood up and we clapped at Barbie. We clapped.
Oh,
that was really good.
Man.
All right.
Bonerheimer. Yeah. Anyway.
We are the biggest gay icons.
It is. It is. Okay.
I think we
on to the next one, Andy.
Okay, there's another one.
And our Do Americans Really? We have, I think, two more here. Two more.
Oh, and I have one really cool one you're gonna like.
So this is apparently what happens in America when their sporting team wins.
Okay. Let me just open that. Remember, I have to open it on a separate window, so it takes it. Okay, hang on.
Well, somebody asked at the Wendy's video, how much stuff was there?
Yeah, I know.
Well, there's a lot of stuff at Wendy's. You know what I mean? And Americans order a lot of food at once because they're.
When you said, ma'am, this is literally a Wendy's.
It's literally a Wendy's. Like, figure it out. All right, let's see what happened here when Americans win at sports. Whoa! Do Americans really teach their kids to burn the city down and say the N-word like that?
That was the best pause
We
I've ever
burning
done.
this city down! They flocking. Whoa!
Oh.
When I catch you, you better know it's Pride Month. I'm gonna suck your.
Wait!
Whoa! Wait! Oh, what? What?
Hang on. Hey, wait, what?
They American.
I'm gonna suck.
I'm changing my last name to Brunson. Fuck you, Donald Trump. Fuck San Antonio's fat ass women. Wemby, your long ass dick. Wait,
what? He's gonna Wemby's. But I mean, Wemby was on the other team, bro. Does he just not even know that? Does he know what's going on? That they're burning shit? He must have been a casino fan. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah! France and USA!
He's the biggest pussy in Texas. This shit is fucking crazy.
Oh, that nasty dog. He doing a shoey and shit. No! Hell no! What is that, a fish they were stomping on? What the f is going on? Okay. All right, on to the next one. Okay.
Wow, do Americans really?
Do Americans really do that?
I gotta load the next one.
Oh, you gotta load these. Just download both of them here quick. Get them up. Oh, and he says only black people and Mexicans. Well, who else lives in America, really? Like, you really think there's still white people
I'm gonna
in America?
suck your...
I'm gonna suck your... Whoa, Brian, chill. Oh, yeah, USA! Woo! Honky tonk!
What's the song?
I don't know.
Shotgun in your mouth. Like,
Shotgun in your mouth. What? Okay, finally here.
All right.
We have the Redneck Showdown of the
Okay.
century. You ready for this?
Yeah, one sec. Let me load this one up here, and then we're gonna share it back. Then I got one more for you that you're gonna
Oh,
like.
do you? Okay.
A very
All right.
American style brawl we're gonna watch, but short but sweet. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, it's like PewDiePie, isn't it?
It is.
It's PewDiePie.
If he was on.
Justin, the wife, because we're still married and he won't divorce me.
Do Americans really?
It's really-
So she's married to one of them because the guy won't sign the divorce papers, but she's the other guy.
What?
And now they're going to have a redneck brawl in the
Wait,
middle of the
what?
boxing ring to determine who's going to get this bitch.
Shit, brother.
You ain't whooping nobody's ass in Crocs.
I don't know, Bubba.
Again. He's gonna get knocked out again.
If you get your ass whooped by a man wearing Crocs,
He's wearing Crocs
Are we
in there.
Yeah, like this is.
This is America.
This-
Do Americans really wear Crocs in the middle of a boxing match? Is that like, what the
Calling all Americans.
I got nothing for you. He is
Oh,
mad
he's
as a
amped
mother.
up.
Yeah, buddy.
He's mad.
Bust his ass.
Bald bastard in the
Don't
Crocs.
close your eyes.
This guy,
Step
the
on his
guy's
toe.
name's actually Bubba.
For a Trevor from GTA 5.
I'll tell you what.
He steps on them toes.
I
That
tell you
shit's
what,
gonna hurt.
anybody
That's
that
what I
works
do.
for Crocs that's not watching this, you better be. What the f is that? This is a fucking
Hey,
bro.
hey,
That's
hey.
a no. He quit.
Yeah,
What
they're
the
done.
What a shenanigans!
He's gonna-
Shenanigans! We want a refund!
Yeah.
What a... You guess he didn't want that dumpy bitch bad enough, huh? I mean, to be fair, if you were fighting for her, would you fight very hard either?
No.
Nobody would. What the... The good news is, because somebody in chat said all these people can vote. The good news is they all voted for Trump. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank them today for why you don't have a woman as president.
As funny as.
Hell yeah, Trump!
Where is
They said felons can't vote. Well, you might have a point. Well, you may have a point.
One more quick one. It's a nice brawl here. We're gonna watch a classic American brawl, and it works almost like a fighting game where the scene changes. Watch this, Ash. There we go. We got two Mexican roofers.
What?
American roofers. Sorry.
Yes, thank you.
Four.
Oh no, they took your jobs!
Güey, cálmese a la verga.
Oh, come and see la verga, Navargas. Is that Angry Joe right there?
Buddy, they battle for
It's like Mortal Coast, like WWE. My God, he went right off the roof. As God is my witness, that must have been a 20-foot high roof.